Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Finn. Got a special summer update for all y'alls. Some life events, work responsibilities, new videos and content coming up. Many stuffs to cover, so while I prattle on for a few minutes, please enjoy the web fishing stylings of my little buddy Toppy the Topographic Cat. Self-appointed master of the cast 10 years running, and certified cat for, well, his entire life. Anyway, June is fast approaching, and unlike my usual summers, this one's looking to be a little more chaotic than usual. I've got my entire immediate family under one roof. Mother, brother, girlfriend, family cat, and myself all in the same house. We're extremely close, so there's no issue with that at all, but as it is summer and we only get limited time to spend with each other, we tend to do little spur-of-the-moment activities like go to the movies and play sports and whatnot, not to mention big events like family vacations. And while I'm having an absolute blast so far, it does cut into my usual weekly schedule more than you might think. Basically, it's been getting increasingly difficult to work on weekly videos, and I guarantee it'll only get harder in months to come. So I essentially have a choice to make here. I can continue to press on and try to squeeze in time to make weekly videos, maybe pull a few all-nighters again, or I could take my time, work on some much bigger videos I owe people, and in the meantime do some more simple, casual content like YouTube shorts and quick reviews. And obviously for the sake of my health, I went with the latter. So right off the bat, don't worry, this summer's not going to be devoid of Finn content. I'm just going to be dedicating my now very sparse time to things that require it most. Like I said before, I'm going to be putting a ton of focus on bigger projects, many of which are long overdue and pretty much all of which have at least been started to some degree. Seriously, if there's a video or series I promised I'd finish, odds are it's either halfway through the scripting phase or stuck in editing limbo. If I had a freaking nickel for every project I made that hard stopped when I got to the editing phase this year, I'd have at least 10 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's more than Doofenshmirtz, so I can't even use the meme. I won't give any specifics, but I will say that if you've been with the channel for a while and you've been asking nonstop, oh, when's this? Are you still doing this? Yep, I'm working on it. A lot of things just tend to pop up, whether it be events in the animation world or just personal responsibilities that keep me AFK. But if my recent animation multiverse and Has Been Hotel vids are anything to go by, while some of my series may stay dormant for a while, that doesn't mean I've forgotten or abandoned them. Unless I directly say something like, blank is cancelled, consider a project to be in indefinite limbo until I can work up the time or interest to finally finish it for good. So does this mean my content output is going to slow down at all? Nope, it's just going to come in a few different forms. YouTube Shorts are an obvious solution to my limited time problem. I can bang those out in a day or two and they make for good filler and bite-sized fun while I take care of the bigger stuff, so if nothing else, you'll definitely be seeing shorts pretty often from me. I'll also be doing quick little topic-based reviews whenever something new in the animation world decides to rear its cartoony head. If you watched my Gaslight District pilot review or my Shrek 5 redesign drama video, those are essentially what I'm talking about. We got a few things coming this summer like new Hell of a Boss shorts, new Amazing Digital Circus episodes, and hopefully Has Been Hotel Season 2. So I'll be sure to tackle all of those in a speedy fashion whenever they come out, and maybe do some big theories later on. And most interesting of all, our live streams! So if you remember a little while ago, I did a big birthday update where I announced a bunch of major things at once. Like, hey, I've got a Patreon now, and a Discord server, and all these new channels, and most of that stuff went completely nowhere. My Patreon bombed and I ended up shutting it down and refunding everybody. My Discord server is decently active, but it's in desperate need of a retool, and my side channels have laid dormant for months after the announcement. And I imagine most people completely forgot about them, and understandably so. In case it wasn't obvious, I was extremely depressed around that point in time, and that announcement was basically a last-ditch effort to inject some passion back into my life. And all it did was end up making me more busy and more depressed, as well as disappoint a lot of people. I mean, a title like that doesn't really leave much to the imagination, does it? So after that catastrophic blunder, I promised myself no more announcements or updates until I actually had something to show for it. Something you can actually go to see proof of what I've been working on. And now, at least when it comes to streaming, I finally have that. I've been live streaming on a set schedule for months now, 3 times a week, almost without stop, in addition to my regular YouTube content. I've essentially been running 2 channels behind the scenes for a while now. So if you've ever wanted a proof of concept of what it'd be like to chat with me live in a more polished, consistent manner, well, here's about 4 months of archived streams of me being a goof that you're free to check out and see if watching me play games would be your thing or not. Honestly, I absolutely adore streaming. It not only manages to hit that social sweet spot that I completely neglect when I work on nothing but scripted content, but it also allows me to more directly help others with their problems and just try to make their day better. Optimism, creativity, and positive life advice have always been the USPs of my content since the beginning, but even though it's only been a few months, my streaming career has come with these irreplaceable, wholesome little moments where me and my community all band together to try and help someone. Like, I won't give out any names for sake of privacy, but one time during a stream, there was this new fan of mine that was getting a little too close for comfort. Like asking for contact info and calling me his friend and whatnot, and when we called him out, it turns out he had no idea what parasocial behavior was. So me and my community all sat him down and calmly explained the term to him so we could hopefully improve later on. And since then he's been showing up to every broadcast and stopping himself whenever he thinks he's getting a little too clingy. Most streamers would probably either ban him or criticize him for being cringe or whatever, but no, we gave him a place where he could feel safe and let him know we genuinely wanted to help, and he turned out better for it. I also had another fan who came on a Team Fortress 2 stream once. He said that he had some issues going on with his friends, he had Asperger's which made it difficult for him to socialize with others, and we all just took a second, heard him out, and hopefully made him feel noticed and important, and he's been a part of our gaming Discord ever since. And those are just 2 examples off the top of my head. Growth has been pretty slow on my streaming channels compared to my normal YouTube channel, but in many ways, I think that's a good thing. I'd rather have a conversation with every new fan that manages to pop in instead of having a chat that just whizzes by and I can't make heads or tails of anything aside from the occasional caps lock meme or emote flood. And every time that someone decides to stick around for multiple streams or join my gaming Discord or something, it makes me feel like I gave that person a place where they can feel accepted and just be themselves. There were plenty of times in my life where I never felt accepted, so providing that privilege for others just makes me feel like I'm making a difference, even if it's a small one. On top of that, streaming gives me the chance to both watch and play a lot of content that I've been sleeping on for years. And even if a stream goes by where I don't get any new followers or tips or anything, I can take satisfaction in the fact that we all had fun and I finally checked something off my gaming and watching backlog. Seriously, that thing is like an eternity long, so even small progress is still progress. And it feels good to finally be able to say, oh yeah, I played that and it was fun, to all my friends when they ask me. Literally everything about streaming just feels great, so I don't intend on stopping anytime soon. And if you ever want to join us during the more slow moments on my main channel, feel free to check out a Smidge of Didge on Twitch, as well as a Smidge of Didge on YouTube, links in description. We stream 3 times a week, every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we've even got a separate Discord server where we host community game nights and vote on what I'm gonna play next. We're still adding tons of new features to the streams, as well as working on some highlight reels of the broadcasts we already did, so if you think you've already missed the best of things, trust me, the best is yet to come. So if you want to pop by and ask me something, or just hang, dive into the mainframe and check it out. My only request is that you please call me Didge instead of Finn, as that is my avatar's name, but other than that, if you want to talk about animation or cartoons or anything we usually cover here on FTP, you're more than welcome to do so. I've also been working on my reaction channel behind the scenes, but I've hit a couple snags that have been taking me a while to iron out, so that'll probably get its own announcement in the future when I finally start uploading on it. Speaking of announcements, you're probably familiar with that little community tab on my channel page where I make posts about life and content and the like. Well, from now on, for every major update I slap on that tab, I'll be including this little progress patch notes thingy at the very bottom, which will briefly tell you what I'm in the middle of content-wise. You'll get to see what I'm making, which is whatever big video I've got my sights set on at the moment, what I'm watching, which will be whatever I'm viewing on my reaction channel once that's all set up, and finally, what I'm streaming, which is the game or event or whatever I have planned for my next stream. I'll also include times and links whenever applicable. This way I won't clutter my main channel with stuff that fans don't care about, like streams and reactions, but if those things do interest you, at least you'll always know where to find them. In short, if you missed any of that or you can't be bothered to watch the whole video, my summer is going to be very hectic. I'll be spending a lot more time with my family, whom I love a lot. Most of my video making efforts will be put towards certain big projects, many of which are overdue. Normal content on the channel will still be kept up with shorts and quick reviews. I now stream 3 times a week on my Smidge of Didge Twitch and YouTube channels if you'd like to come and hang out with me live, and my community posts will now come with little patch notes sections, which will keep you all informed on the content I'm currently making at the moment. I'm really happy to say that unlike my old birthday update, this announcement is not coming from a post-burnt out or depressed me. I'm actually feeling great for the first time in a while. I'm on a much more healthy sleep schedule, I've been exercising more, going on walks, I fixed my posture so my left side has been hurting me less and less, I've been dipping my toes into other creative ventures like voice acting, and of course my dream passion of writing, I even got a few positions on creative teams for those types of projects, and I'm back to releasing content that I love making and you all love watching. Honestly, I could care less about performance, I'm just having fun doing it again. And if I want to talk about something like SpongeBob or Wander Over Yonder, then dang it, I'm gonna talk about SpongeBob or Wander Over Yonder whenever I want, however I want, and for as long as I want. And hopefully you guys will stick around for the ride and maybe check out some of my other ventures too, like my streams and whatnot. If you don't care, the main channel's gonna stay pretty much the same, just with simpler videos for a few months since I've got a lot of outside stuff to deal with. You'll still get your weekly content, just some of it might be in shot glasses or mugs instead of big gallon jugs. So yeah, with all that said, I want to wish you guys a happy summer wherever you happen to be living in the world. Thanks for all the support on the recent videos, even the ones that are a little out of the norm for the channel. If you have any burning questions, you can leave a comment down below. You can check out my community posts for regular updates. I got 2 Discord servers, one for Finnthepony and one for Smidge of Didge, depending on which side of me you want to stay up to date on. And again, I've got weekly streams if you want to ask me something live. Other than that, I guess we're all set to go. Go have fun in this warm weather if you've got it in your area, cause dang it, this winter was a long and sucky one, and it feels so nice to go out in shorts and flip-flops again. So until next time we meet, thanks for tuning in everybody, and I hope to see you all real soon.